I'm about to reveal the number one reason why most diets fail. Spoiler alert, it's not for lack of willpower. Hi, I'm Daphne, and I'm the face behind Ageless After 50, where we ditch diet culture, reclaim our rhythm, and thrive unapologetically. So, why is it that most diets fail? Picture it. It's Monday morning. We are determined. We are driven. We have our motivation, and it's all systems go. And then it works. And we didn't realize it. Hey, we were disciplined. We had willpower. We white knuckled it through, and we lost the weight on the diet. And name the diet, whatever diet. It could have been a cabbage diet, keto, paleo, Atkins, low carb, vegan, vegetarian, boiled eggs, pure starvation. It doesn't matter. Name the diet. You did it and you lost weight. Guess what? The number one reason why that diet failed, it simply was not sustainable for you and what you need in your life. Could you stick to it for a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe even went at it for a whole 6 months? And if you really were true to it, you did it for a year. Fantastic. But then what happened when you stopped that particular diet? When you stopped keto and started introducing more carbs? Or when you stopped eating those boiled eggs or the cabbage soup or the military diet or whatever diet it was? What happens when you stop? The weight comes back with a vengeance. And not only a vengeance, it brings friends with it, extra pounds. And I don't know about you, but the only time I want to see interest if it's involved with me investing. But when it comes to my body, I don't need the extra pounds that I didn't ask for. And that's the main reason why diets fail. The majority of them are not sustainable. And that's not your fault. You did the work. You put in the grind. You were dedicated. You were motivated. But guess what? Life happens. Life does life. So whether you're going through a hormonal change, whether you're going through stress on the job, you could be going through a layoff, you could be dealing with kids and issues, you could be a caretaker caring for a loved one. Whenever life shows its head, and of course it does, we're over the age of 50, what else does life do but life? Then you find yourself not being able to commit to that certain grocery list for that specific diet. Can some people do it? Of course. I mentioned in an earlier video about my own experiences, and I don't talk in absolutes. So nothing is always black or all white. There's gray. And when it comes to dieting, there's lots and lots of gray for the majority of us over the age of 50. The data shows, unfortunately for those of us over the age of 50, diets traditionally don't work for an extended period of time simply because they're not sustainable. It is not sustainable to exclude a whole entire group from your diet for a number of reasons. One, you're going to start craving it. You're going to start missing it. Sometimes it's not nutritionally advantageous for your body to be denied a certain group of nutrients. Eliminating all carbs or eliminating all protein or eliminating all veggies. These are the fundamental building blocks that your body needs to thrive. You know, I will circle the airport, but I always land this plane. And that brings me to the Ageless AF eating rhythm method. And what it is, well, what it is not, it's not a diet. It's a way of life. We are ditching diet culture. We are reclaiming our rhythm. With Ageless AF eating rhythm method, you find the rhythm that is right for you. If you're starting out, I highly recommend the 12-12, which is 12 hours of fasting and then having a 12-hour feeding window. And in that window, notice I didn't mention eat for all 12 hours. Set time to make sure you're getting the nutrient-dense foods that you need for your body. And that doesn't mean giving up the foods you love. That doesn't mean you can't have special treats. I eat everything under the sun. I've been following this plan for more than 2 years. I'm at my lowest weight that I've ever been in my life. I'm over the age of 50 and I'm able to maintain a healthy weight between 135 and 140. I could not do that in my 30s And I could not do that in my 40s. And I definitely did not do that in my 20s when I had initially lost the 230 pounds. I was only able to get down to 162 and then gained weight around my 30s and 40s due to a number of reasons. Being diagnosed with Crohn's disease was one, so I had to deal with a lot of prednisone, steroids, automatic weight gain. But with the Ageless AF eating rhythm method, all of that changed when I simply had a paradigm shift in the way that I approach having nutrient-dense foods in my body. Along with that, I switched from doing mindless cardio to a regimented plan of strength training. And last but not least, I break all of my fast with protein first. It doesn't have to be a protein meal, but the first few bites of protein I make sure that I get first. All of this works in sync with your rhythm, your system. You choose which one works best for you, whether that's 12-12, it could be 18-6, 18 hours of fasting with a 6-hour feeding window. And notice when I say feeding window, with any of the plans, it doesn't give you carte blanche to just mindlessly eat because you know you can eat during that extended period of time. What it means is you have an opportunity to be kind to your body and supply it with the nutrient-dense foods it needs. And now that you are restricted to a specific feeding window, you'll have that paradigm shift of thinking, okay, I have to be good to my body. What can I eat that's going to give me the nutrients that I need? You can have the potato chips and the ice cream and the sumptuous bread that they'll serve you at the restaurants before your meal. Save that for later, but make sure you eat your protein first. That's sustainable. And that's not a diet. It's your new way of thinking about how you approach food and your lifestyle, your rules. Nutrients first, we fast second. If you want more videos like this, make sure you smash that like button so YouTube knows that we are out here in these Ageless AF streets. And also make sure to subscribe because I have a lot of content speaking on this subject. And check out my last video where I talk about my blood lab work and everything that came with it, from struggling with a lot of deficiencies to finally being able to stabilize all of my lab results. So check that video out. And in the meantime, remember, it isn't about willpower, it's sustainability. And you can't sustain yourself on carrot sticks and celery and cottage cheese for the remainder of your life, or butter in your coffee, or bone broth, or whatever the flavor of the month diet it is. Can you do it for a period of time and lose weight? Of course. But do you really want to go to the rest of your life without ever embracing your favorite foods again? That's not realistic. And I'm going to show you how you can do all of that and still thrive unapologetically. So thanks for joining me today. And as always, make sure you're kind to yourself.